Hey guys, Desolator Magic here. We're going to do a top 12 list of the most expensive cards in Midnight Hunt because I heard there's some pretty high ones and it gets up there. I mean, you might think, oh yeah, okay, $20 cards is usually the top of standard. We've got more than double that. And you might think, oh yeah, but I've seen like $100 cards. Yeah, in Modern Masters, where if you open a $10 card, you're like, well, I paid 12 for the pack, you know? Like, yeah, okay, great. I don't think there's actually one rare above $10 in this entire set, and the set's like insane on price. So, I mean, even like Augur of Autumn is like $6.50. Come on. But I want to start with the 12th one because, well, it goes to 12 because it's unnatural growth. What the hell? $7? $7. You gotta be kidding me. But it's a rare, and that is, I do believe, yep, I just checked, the highest rare in the set. So, okay, I just feel like it should be more, but I mean, it's quad green, so like, what the hell are you gonna run it in other than a primarily green splash other color or some kind of hyper fixer? It's not that early of a card for 5. I mean, I can see Commander players kind of wanting to splash it into anything green, but other than that. And green ramp isn't like quite as nuts as it was in green blue Hydroid Crisis land fetch, you know, with the Wilderness Reclamation untapping stuff. Although if that's the bar, I mean, come on, but yeah, I mean, I've seen people play this. I've played it. I get good effect out of it, but it's 5. It's not 4. It's not 3. You know, it's not Steel Leaf Champion, for example. That card was way too much power too early. This costs 5, but still, I really, really think this should be banned. Even for 5, it's too much power. And God help you, this card's going to be out of control if they ban Hobgoblin Bandit Lord after they ban everything from this weekend. I'm not even gonna get into it. Hyper Control turns trash and all the other broken garbage that they encourage people to test drive on Arena. Holy hell, was that event something. And 6 people are playing the same damn deck. Saw that one coming. Like, literally, I told you guys in a video that's what was gonna happen. So anyway, moving up, I would say 11th place, but it's like a 2-way tie for 10th, and it gets all complicated. I'm just gonna say the damn prices. So, Primal Adversary. This has got to be in a different format than standard. I have literally never seen someone play this, and it just sounds like a wonderful way to get your lands killed. It's got to be in something where you like swing, then board wipe, then like bring your lands back from the graveyard or something. Like, it's got to be something weird. I mean, it only costs 3, and it's a 4/3, and it has trample sets, cool. And then it must just be like, oh, I've got 11 mana, let's dump it into something. But like, really? You know how many like green X boost spells there are out there? I mean, just run like, I don't even know, Untamed Might, like to just run anything. So I don't know, that price sure as hell ain't from standard, and it is one of the, I guess, lower mythics. There's quite a few in the set. I wouldn't call $7.50 low, but like, okay, I don't know what that's in, and I really don't care. Next up, we got Moonveil Regent. This one took me by surprise too. The 5-color Dragon Commander deck is my best guess. It's you know, for each color, blah blah blah, whatever, and it's a dragon, so. I have never, even in a Tiamat deck, never seen this because the Tiamat deck died a painful, horrible death because of the amount of control in standard right now, board wipes and lockout decks included, or prison decks, whatever you want to call it. And I'm referring to Teferi decks and turns, and any mix between them. Y'all don't even know this, there's 2, it just, one of them really faded off after day 3. So next up, we've got Intrepid Adversary. Here we go. You want to talk about a card that is going to go up in price. Now, I wouldn't invest in it. It's $8. That's not one you buy in. But if you have one, don't trade it away because I think we're going to hit 10 plus because, I mean, White Life Gain with that stupid Angel, as soon as they get this turns crap out of the way and a couple other toxic things. Like, for example, Waking the Trolls, Good Swarm, Westgate Region, Terragrid, Prosperous Innkeeper, or any of the Ajani's Primate clones. Just kidding. They'll just run Intrepid Adversary in it, not ban it. Elvish Warmaster, because me, Spirit of the Elder Guard, Teleportation Circle instead of that stupid cat cart. That is the actual problem. Blizzard Brawl 2, I'd rather see that, and you know that's what they're going to ban instead. Zerasan, Vorinclex, Skeletal Swarming, Delina, Avalanche Color, Hobgoblin Bandit Lord, Angel of Destiny, Book of Exalted Deeds, Righteous Valkyrie, and Sleep. But as soon as they ban those, Intrepid's going to absolutely launch. Just kidding. As soon as they ban Elrune's Epiphany, this card's going to take off. Come on. White Life Gain is way too good, and this is way, way too good. And this was the absolute, like, most important card in one of the final 12 Worlds decks things. I don't think that's by accident. Just saying. So next up, we got Lair, Disciple of the Drowned. Exact opposite. They are probably going to ban this guy instead of Elrune's Epiphany. In fact, this and the double the next spell you cast thing. And they might even go after Treasure Generation instead. Like, look at the amount of things that have to go right and that are driving that deck and allowing people to cast that many copies of something multiple times. This is one of them. The Treasure Ramp is part of it, and the Treasure Ramp is also a problem in Dragon Rush. So yeah, this card's $9 and it's going to be like 3 after they banned anything involved in that deck, whether they ban this or not. But I actually think they're going to go after this first. I really do. Everybody's screaming Alrund's Epiphany, so they might just listen to the crowd because and the embarrassment that was this weekend's tournament. But I don't know if they're more logical. This is a little more of a problem. But I mean, it's still a 3/4 creature for 5. I mean, it's not that good. I don't know, guys, though. They did put this as the thumbnail of 3 people's decks. And then I think like the other 3 didn't even run the cards. So, I don't know. That was on the arena event thing. But yeah, if you have one, get rid of it. Get rid of it. Toxic asset right there. Dump it. Next up, we got Poppet Stitcher. I mean, I've seen it. I've seen a lot of blue, black decks that run highly decayed, a little bit of blue, but mostly it's just blue control, bounce, draw, whatever, just normal crap. But like, why would you not run 4 of this? I don't know why I haven't seen this much. It only costs 3. It's not like you're waiting for it to, come out at 7. This takes decayed and removes the decayed part. So why would you not do this? The deck I saw it in was nuts. I think it's just there's so much control. They're like, we're just going to prioritize speed. And then you've got this stupid Hobgoblin Bandit Lord deck to deal with. So you already can't block. You might as well just try to blitz them. Just overflow them, make them start chump blocking until they don't have anything left, and just go from like turn 2. And then just forget about this guy. So that's a shame. But then again, he's $10 and they're out of stock at Card Kingdom where I'm using the prices for. I should have said that earlier. Also, that's where the borders went. I was too lazy to replace them with the real image. I don't know why they do that. It's got to be a pre-PNG database thing. That's got to be what it is. Where basically they did the transparency themselves and just auto-cropped every card with the script and then just never undid it. Wait, didn't I just say I don't know why they did that? I know exactly why they did that, and that's why they did that. Anyway, good card. I don't know if that $10 price is propped up that much from like Commander and stuff, but sure. It's a good card and it's out of stock. I don't know. Somebody's playing it. Next up, we got Teferi, who slows the sunset. I'm actually just reading that chapter of the lore, which, spoiler alert, I'm going to be covering the lore, and by covering it, I mean absolutely massacring it. My version is 20% accurate at best. You'll be lucky if it doesn't have Ewoks in it fighting against the werewolf clone stormtroopers. Highly reverent coverage. Definitely check it out. But, I mean, yeah, his emblem goes off pretty quick. I saw him very heavily on day 1, 2, and 3 when people were just kind of building stuff. People built a pretty effective, like, prison lockout deck that doesn't let you do anything. And then it just kind of morphed into the turns deck, and they may or may not run him. But that deck was plenty fine by itself. But, Zombie Blitz and, Goblin Rush, I don't see him played that much. That's all I'm saying. He may come back in popularity and spike in price after the next ban announcement, but... who knows? Who knows if they're even going to do one? I mean, they're that stupid. So yeah, just garbage trash card, and I hope he dies in the storyline. Next up, we got Bloodthirsty Adversary, also $11. This has got to be in the turns deck. I don't remember seeing it, but it's got to be some kind of late game thing. I mean, the deck has so much freaking scry, because of that, that Go Fetch X card. I don't remember the names of any cards. It's like 2 a.m. I was working outside all day. Oh, which is why my throat and lungs sound like crap. They're working at like 1/3 capacity. But if I take it with allergy meds, I'll probably die, so I guess we'll just sit here and make YouTube videos. My nose is on fire, my lungs don't work. I'm actually coughing really, really bad between takes here, so I gotta wrap this shit up. So yeah, resurrects a bunch of spells, free casting, really 5 costs, which red doesn't typically have, but that deck does, so they gotta gut the treasure generation, they gotta gut something, and if they take out dragons with treasure generation, oopsies, by accident, 2 birds with 1 stone, I'm fine. And I think this would go with it, because, I mean, come on. This is just like an Epiphany resummer. I mean, like, literally, like, Lair or whatever his name is a better card than this, so I would not expect this at all to be still $11, but once again, I don't know how much of that price is propped up by other formats, my guess would be not much. So next up, we've got, unsurprisingly, another adversary card, although this is the last one. I guess the blue one wasn't that good, which, if I recall, it wasn't. But yeah, I mean, he's just a 2-cost Death Toucher, 2/3, zombie. I mean, everything about that already, like, yeah. That goes into everything. Standard, zombie, commander, zombie, modern, I don't know. I mean, I'm not going to go looking for deck lists, I'm just saying. Damn, that's crazy. They've got another 3 to put at it? I mean, there you go. Twice that many zombie tokens. So, I mean, in standard, that's good. Out of standard, it's better, but then the bar is higher, so I don't know. But, oh, this is a good card. I'm glad to see this at $12. Although I want the game to be affordable, but, at least people appreciate a good card, unlike some of the other ones that aren't on this list. Next up, kind of surprising, kind of not. I think you guys are going to be surprised. I absolutely am not, if you saw my spoilers. $20 for Arlen the Pax Hope. because werewolves are OP as balls, both in standard and out of standard, and wait till they ban the turns deck. You can see nothing but werewolves. So yeah, she is basically impossible to attack, and that's usually a pretty good trait for a planeswalker. She's a 4/4, which have commonly been the most problematic ones, and just everything went wrong with this. The tribal's already overpowered, she's a stupid flip card. There's just nothing good about her. They should honestly just ban her too, but she's not even on my list. Gee, who do I want more? Arlen or Scoot Swarm banned, or Westgate Regent, or Terragrid, or Prosperous Innkeeper, Elvish War Master? Come on, she's not even on my radar. Jeez, you know how many board wipes people are playing? She shouldn't even be 20 bucks. Werewolves are so broken, people already built around them, which is why I'm not seeing them quite as often, but wait for the next ban announcement. So next up, get this. It's a two-way tie for first place, so the first one I'm choosing is at $45, Ren and 7. And it's just because it's got 4 abilities. He's crazy. He's easy to ramp into in Commander, maybe even Modern, who knows. And he does crazy shit with lands. It's that simple. And he's like good, but not like absolutely crucial. Like the deck's going to collapse without him in anything I've ever seen in Standard. Could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure about that. So that means, okay, Standard people don't really need this card, which is good because it's $45. So I'm not going to trip too much over that. People who play more expensive formats play more expensive formats. I think there isn't a card in the game that should be above 10 bucks, but, well, that's not reality unless you play on Arena or, I'd say MTGO, but it pretty much scales. It's not equivalent, but the relative prices are pretty bad. See, I mean, just every one of these abilities is nuts, so he's just good. Just plain and simple good card. Then we've got an unfortunate circumstance with number 1. I know none of you are going to be surprised by this. At $45, we get a card that is absolutely crucial to Standard. Unfortunately, it's the Meathook Massacre. That and the Let's Cut the Crap 2-cost white board wipe. Shockingly not also like a $20 card on this list. I don't know what the hell happened there. I don't know if people are just that stupid or what, but wait for the next ban announcement for a shake-up on price. Just saying. You know what? I'm going to look that card up. Oh, just off the list, $6, and it's out of stock. Yeah, let's just say I don't think 6 is the real price. I think that's a little low. Vanquish the Horde, by the way, it's an 8 cost, 6 generic, 2 white, and then it costs 1 less generic for each creature on the battlefield, and then destroy all creatures, so yeah. But then we've got the Meathook Massacre, which, okay, white could use a board wipe, bare minimum. It's going to be in an Angels deck in a sideboard in case somebody just blitzes you or something goes wrong, whatever. Emergency card, bad matchup, whatever. There you go. Main board, sideboard, whatever. But Meathook Massacre is needed, like absolutely needed for the Pest deck, which I'm still convinced is well into the tier 1.5 category, if not better. Especially, wait for the next ban announcement. I don't know if anybody's told you this. I don't know if you've heard this, but it might shake up stuff in the meta and change some card prices. So yeah, I mean, it's a variable, like the later the game is, the more mana I have, but the more crap I want to blow up and the bigger it is, kind of board wipe. And then it's a board wipe that you can cast for, I mean, really reasonably to get some effect out of it, 3, and then you get an ongoing benefit from it. Like imagine if you got an ongoing benefit from like some classic white, you know, planar cleansing or whatever. Oh, and the next 10 turns you gain life and they lose life. Like, holy crap, this card is just, I wouldn't say it's too good. I don't even think it should be banned, but it's really damn good. I mean, something else in the Pest deck should be banned, and then sparing that, sure, give people this option. I mean, remember the criminally underappreciated card Selective Snare that was like blue plus X, return X creatures that share a type to the owner's hand? I mean, my God, you just pay like 4 mana, you get rid of their 3 best creatures. This is like the less polite, more vicious version of that. And I don't think it crosses the line, but every deck, every black deck that might want to get rid of some things and ping them away and have a death trigger. So like, you know, most of them in every conceivable format. I wouldn't be like that surprised if we find this in Legacy. Yeah, it needs this card. This is just the best of. This makes Damnation look like shit. I mean, it's not for everyone, and you might want to, like, swap out Damnation, you know, in a sideboard in a modern game in case they get something too big for you to pay for, but, like, damn. This card is just bonkers. It's just so good. It's so utility, it's such an equalizer, and it's such late-game value. But like I said, right on the border, I don't think it crosses the line into being ban-worthy. I really don't. If you think otherwise, I mean, I'll admit, it's close. It's right there. So, yeah, 2 $45 cards. My gosh. Now, they are mythics, and they're specific mythics. So, like, would you pull one from an average pack? Probably not. But instead of 1 jackpot, there's 2, and then Arlen's $20, and you got, you know, the 4 tainted cards that are like, what, $8 on up? So, Yeah, I mean, the mythics are pretty good, pretty solid. That's nothing new, but it's just, it's really, really rare to have a mythic card in the standard set even exceed 20 bucks. And I can't even remember the last rare that exceeded 15. I mean, I'm sure there have been a couple on and off, but I'd say probably less than 50% of the sets. That's just like my gut reaction. So, you go to some reprint set or some legend set, whether they're, reprint, masters set or brand new cards. In either case, they print something bomb, it's going to be 40 bucks. That's just a given, almost regardless of rarity. But yeah, mythic would help. So to see these prices in standard, you might say, oh yeah, 45. I've seen that before. I mean, come on, really? I mean, Cataclysmic and the Green Gear Hulk, Verdant, they didn't even hit, I think, above 35 at any point. And those cards were, like, insane. That Black Auto Resurrector from last time we were on Innistrad, 28 bucks, I think? I believe, like, Hero's Downfall, I think that was a rare. It was a kill spell in black for Planeswalkers or creatures. Just real simple. I think it was sorcery speed. I don't think that exceeded 20, and if it did, it didn't do it for long. So you got these handful of anomalous cards that really go nuts in standard, but otherwise, I mean, remember, standard is $4 a pack. If every good card was like 20, 30 bucks, people would just keep opening them. The supply would be nuts. Wizards, they admitted that every standard set is now print to demand, although, COVID. Supply issues is really more of a semi-truck driver thing and probably staffing issue at the plant, but, whatever, COVID. It's not a guarantee. We might be seeing some of this, but like I'm not really in touch with enough store owners to say for sure, 100% for sure, if there was a second wave of this. And obviously my store is closed now, duh. So yeah, I don't know. I mean, I think these all make it a little expensive to play standard. If I were to just back up, take a 500 foot view of this, or 1,000, or whatever the dumb idiom is, you guys know me and idioms, it really says that they didn't lower the power level for this rotation. I mean, Keldheim is the problem. Let's just not mince any words over that. Keldheim is the problem with standard constructed right now, primarily. But it's really just the snow mechanic where I can put in all snow lands to run one card that's like in my sideboard and there's no downside. So just everybody gets a lightning bolt, everybody gets a one-cost indestructible force fight, and they thought, oh, there's gonna be such a penalty and trade-off for running snow. Well, you forgot to put one in the game. Oops. So yeah, Snow was overpowered and a couple other select cards from that set are overpowered. And then really Strixhaven, just everything was flying. I think that was a little much. But looking at these prices, ooh, we did not reset anything lower. I mean, the rares aren't too nuts, and it's really, really early after the set came out, but this to me looks like an expensive set. I might actually bother to try and break down some kind of box EV, but as soon as the whole set booster, collector's booster thing came out, I just figured why bother? Even if I found an accurate number, there's no point. It doesn't mean anything. They'll throw it off, and all the prices go wacky after a week anyway, so it's like, who cares? But if I had to guess, I bet this is like $150 a box plus. But you can get it, I think, right now at most online vendors for like $110. Hell, who cares about it? I'll just look it up on eBay. Oh, that's surprising. It's settling in right at about 90. That is like basement crash price. Wow, did not see that coming. Somebody's selling set boosters sealed, and that is a 30 count box, by the way, for 95. Damn, jeez, that would have said 105 minimum. Wow. Maybe people see a ban coming and they see a crash coming. I mean, who would still be holding them at this point? That's the real question. So I don't know. I didn't really check, but if anybody knows what they sold for when they came out, I mean, I'm seeing, like, if I scroll down, I'm seeing boxes for like 105 and like 100 where it says like, 60, 70, 80 sold. So somebody at some point in the listings history paid that much. So I think it's just more of a time fall off. But yeah, this strikes me as a very, very valuable set, which means it's a high powered set, which means people are playing at least partially standard with a lot of the cards. And yeah, I mean, this is the result. So it is what it is, but hopefully a ban announcement will shake it up. And I think really if you got any of the valuable cards, I'd offload them right now just for timing reasons. So it is what it is. If you found some valuable information, insightful stuff in this video, leave a thumbs up, maybe subscribe, and I will see you guys next video.